Thank you for your feedback on the last episode with regards to the tactical sim and quick sim conundrum. Very much appreciate it. Pretty resounding in the feedback as well that quick sim is the preference with the occasional tactical sim rather than doing it all the time. So that's exactly what we will do. Thank you for that feedback. That's vital. Not only is that going to make recording the lead save quicker for me, it will also free up the time to be able to get back to recording more content of other kinds as well. See, with the birth of our young son, I'm at work less at this particular moment in time. So saving time here, there and everywhere is a great way. If I can streamline my work process, then that's great. And I wanted to, if you guys wanted the tactical sims, absolutely I would have kept with the tactical sims, of course. But by streamlining that now with quick sims, it means that I stand a better chance of fitting in more Football Manager streams and more Formula 1 content and more iRacing content between now and the launch of the F1 game proper, the new F1 game at the end of May. So thank you for that. You're still going to get your leads, and you might get more on the second channel now as well as a result. What we would like to do is get more FA Cup games in this season, with Cardiff away being the first game that we will play today. We'll then play Fulham and sim the first leg, quick sim the first leg against Başakşehir, and then depending on what the result is, we will either play Palace and sim the next leg against Başakşehir or vice versa. So let's see how things go, shall we? We'll of course rotate the starting lineup a bit against Cardiff because we have the luxury of being able to do so against a lower rated side. Brahimi, Ateta and O'Dowd are their front three. Wintle, Turnbull, Siopis, Collins, McGuinness, Phillips and Perry and G, and then Horvath in goal for them. Very much a winnable game, as you might well expect, especially, or even with, should I say, a completely rotated 11. Drama's back from his injury. The one position I... Actually, no, I do. I've got Ben Davies. All right, fully rotated outfield 11 then. Blimey. Siopis has run straight into Gelhardt. And Patrick Bamford is away and on his left. And Bamford in the FA Cup. What a start, Leeds United. 2 minutes, 18 seconds on the clock. Paddy still has something to give. Wow. McGuinness spread out wide very poorly, and Ben Davies steps in to intercept. A little dink will set Faris Chaibi away, and Bamford's available in the middle again. And Bamford is found again, and Bamford with the space. Patrick Bamford for Leeds United. 12th minute now. You guys wanted him to stay purely for this reason, I think. To occasionally get the very odd opportunity and still make a difference. Chaibi and Greenwood. I mean, I'll try and get Bamford in for a hat-trick at some point now today. Davies to Chaibi. Bamford is deep. It's Gelhardt that's in the box. Here's Patrick. Good footwork. Chaibi. They get it back to Paddy. Davies. Here's Sam Greenwood on the edge of the box. Horvath with the save. That was looking likely of finding the top corner. Chaibi. And Bamford's actually crumbling underneath it as it happens. He was there. He was ready and waiting. But unfortunately, by the time the ball actually reached him, and he wasn't waiting anymore, he wasn't ready. Nicola Pepe wins that back. We'll go Gelhardt. Oh, Patrick Bamford with a 20-minute FA Cup hat-trick against Cardiff City. Would you Adam and Eve it? It's Gelhardt that's on the run. Alex Scott will go across here to Nicola Pepe. Cody Drama's decided he wants to have a go at attacking as well now. Everyone figured that they can get involved and get themselves some goals or assists today. We're stat padding against Cardiff City, apparently. That seems to be the emphasis in mentality between everybody in the squad. Even Faris Chaibi's putting in tackles to get involved now. And it is for... What has happened to Cardiff City here then? Other than an absolute hammering. What's the biggest FA Cup win of all time? Someone Google it for me. Okay, the record score for an FA Cup match came in 1887 when Preston beat Hyde 26-0. Never mind then. White shirts around him. Can't get to it. Brahimi. Oh, okay. He's sold me. Well and truly sold me. That's a foul by Road, and I stepped in to win the ball. I didn't get it. Turnbull, who's lucky to still be on the pitch, to be fair, after that challenge in the first half. Oh my God! That's the best of the bunch! Finally, some quality from Cardiff, and what quality when it comes. Well, I'm watching that again. I can't take free kicks on FC24. I'm absolutely terrible at them. But Turnbull here for Cardiff has scored a belter. Unsavable. Looking for Bamford, finding Nicola Pepe now. Go on, Hattrick. And again. And Joe Gellar. And across. Chaibi. Sorry, Cardiff. Any chance of a goal return to get themselves level is gone. It's 5. Nicola Pepe looking for Gellar. And Bamford. Chaibi's on a hat-trick as well. We get 2 hat-tricks in the same game? No. Tried to force that just as much as I've tried to force a hat-trick Bamford to give him 4 goals in this game. Cardiff might have gifted us the first 2 or 3. We've had to work for a couple of them, but it's been one of the most straightforward games we've played for quite a while. And with 2 against Başakşehir here to come later today, might not be the only big win that we get. Patrick Bamford earns that match ball. Congratulations, sir. Now then, Fulham. Oh, Newcastle away. Newcastle away in the FA Cup is the next draw, and that is tough. Right. Okay. Sorry, Fulham fans, but this one's just going to turn into a quick sim, I think. Oh, I thought it was Arithibalaga for a minute. That's the name that was going to come out of my face. Aguirrezabala. Hard to say, apparently. Teta, Danilo, Tuta, and Robinson. Bobby got over here, Charles Lukic. Zendejas, Gaetano, and Martinez. Joao Paulinho suspended, which is a big loss for them in their midfield. And win. 2-0. Jack Clark and Pascal Struijk with the goals. Good. 3 points in the Premier League, and now, hopefully, a comfortable progression to the quarterfinals of the Europa Conference League as well. Piontek up top for Başakşehir. Whiteman in goal. Whiteman at CDM. Torres in goal. Samaili at left back. Half decent, is he? I think. Do we have Başakşehir in our group? Did we? We had Başakşehir in our group, right? Am I going batshit crazy? Yeah, we have Başakşehir in our group. All right. Well, this should be straightforward then, surely. We've done this before. Well, I made a couple of changes. Roden's in, Drama's in, Alex Scott is in, but Hlojek up top. 4-1. Yes, lovely. Clark. Jack Clark, hat-trick, and Crescencio Somerville with the goal. Lovely. Well, of the teams remaining in that competition, which I will show you now, I think we have to be favourites for the whole competition, don't we? AZ and Fenerbahce, Lyon and Atalanta, we would be comfortable enough against either of those 4. Certainly not Antwerp or Midtjylland. Sevilla, maybe? And AC Milan. AC Milan. Definitely favourites over Leeds United, aren't they? And thankfully, they're beating Wolves, who've been my bogey team in this save recently. Right, Crystal Palace then in the Premier League on the way next. And we will play that one now. Crystal Palace. Where are they in the table? 14th, all but in poor form. Castello Jr. at centre-back is very good. Maxence Lacroix, that's quite a centre-back pairing, actually, to be fair. So surprised that they're losing games quite so regularly. Sam Johnson in goal's not bad by any stretch. Maybe they're just not scoring enough with Raymond and Abel Ruiz. But Abel Ruiz is pretty decent too. And now I'm a man light in midfield. And Aktogolu had the option to play through the man through the middle there and elected not to do so, thankfully. Gallagher intercepts that nicely. I didn't know he had interceptions like that as part of his game, Joe Gallagher. Otherwise, he might have got more game time. Martson and Somerville. Martson's going again. And look at the space for Jack Clark at the back post. That's the intention. Well, it does go towards goal from Jack Clark's foot, but not as I'd intended. That wasn't the intention. Again, Abel Ruiz wins the header, and again he uses an arm. Stop using your hands, mate. You're not a goalkeeper. Sorry to break it to you. He wants a change in profession, apparently, Abel Ruiz. Van Nevijk into Peru. And here's Gellert. Gellert turns well and fires, but Johnston makes the save. He is allowed to use his hands, and Palace fans will be very happy with that because he stopped it well. Oh! But he needed his woodwork there. Jack Clark. Van Nevijk again. Peru. I spun towards the defender there, but I've gotten away with it. Joel Peru will duck inside and find the corner. Joel Peru in the box on his left foot gets the job done. The number 6 does come across to cover me there, but doesn't quite get his positioning just right. Oh, we've been able to bend that around him, and into the back of the net it goes. Not sure whether it was Costello Jr. or Maxence Lacroix. Either way, we praised their centre-back partnership prior to the game, and they are good, but they're not having a good day. Nicely done by Archie Gray to win that back off Salamanca's. Jack Clark's the obvious. Peru's making the run. Tried to squeeze it back to him. We did that well. Van Nevijk will float here, and Somerville on the volley! Please tell me Diakite blocked that. Okay, good. I thought he just stood there, swung a leg at it, and completely missed the target. Strauch! Off the post with one, narrowly over the top with the other. Doucouré into Raymond. It's been quiet in this one. Don't know anything about Raymond. Oh, now we know that he can't shoot. So that's at least something. Oh, sorry, Raymond. That was terrible, pal. Good chance for Palace to pull one back, though. And Purdue. We'll go backwards to then come central. And then there's a bit of space there for Gellert to get into between the lines. Peru not really made a great run. Somerville has the space. Peru has the support. Gelhardt has support too. And Purdue. Good save. That was headed towards the top corner. Right. Can we get Pascal Strauch a goal with his head today? No. 7 minutes to go. 6 minutes to go. And anywhere near as prolific in front of goal here as we were against Cardiff City, that's for sure. Abel Ruiz tried the fancy there and it didn't work for him, and he might regret that because I don't know, as they'll get another chance in the remaining 4 or so minutes. I'll try my best to keep the ball away from them if I can. That was a poor pass though from Peru. They might be in now that the defender had committed to the run forward. Aktogolu down the wing for them, but then they've been loose in possession as well. And seems like nobody wants to score another goal in this game. I'll lift this. Is not lifted very well at all. Gelhardt goes for goal, and Costello Jr. does get his positional sense correct this time with the breakaway. There is still seconds left if Palace can do something. Challenge from Milan Van Nevijk. That'll put a halt to any counter-attack. Jesus Christ, he flew into that. 2 minutes added on, and those 2 minutes are done. Jefferson Lerma's come on off the bench, but that is that. Leeds 1, Crystal Palace 0, continually firming up our position in the top 4 for a Champions League place next season. But can we win the Europa Conference League this year? 4-1 win in leg number 1, and in leg number 2 with a rotated team. Just a single goal to 0 victory thanks to Nicola Pepe, but comfortable into the next round of the Europa Conference League, praying I don't get AC Milan. Wolves actually went to San Siro and picked up a victory, so congratulations to them. But not congratulations enough to get through. Sevilla romped to victory in their tie. So we'll wait and see who we get in the next round of that competition. Up next for us, though, is Newcastle United in the... Oh, that has actually been drawn already. Okay, let's have a quick look then. Please don't be AC Milan. Oh, it's Sevilla. It was the second worst option. Okay. And April's going to be difficult, gentlemen. April is going to be difficult. Newcastle away next in the FA Cup quarter-final. Now, Newcastle we have recent history with. We've had 2 phenomenally entertaining games against them in the league this year. One we won 4-3, one they won 3-2. They made a couple of changes to their lineup, though, from that 3-2 win that they got against us most recently. Lascelles, Bear Jackson, a Patreon player, and Saba into the defence, and Dubravka in goal. Harvey Barnes forward on the left-hand side ahead of Anthony Gordon as well. Outside of that, it's the same 11. So, the same 6. So, primarily, a very similar lineup. Some changes, some for the better. some not for the better. I'm actually going to change the kit I play in, because last time I actually found it quite difficult to play in that kit. So I will play in this away kit, and hopefully the lighting doesn't screw us over this time. And fingers crossed with what... I probably should play a full-strength side, shouldn't I, really? With what will be a full-strength side, fingers crossed we can get to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Losing finalists last year, winners this year, we hope. Guimaraes and Palacios picked off well. There we go. Draw Ferland in. Little twist. And away from him we go. Looking for Peru here. Lovely ball. And Ruter's back. Genie Ruter. Oh, will somehow still have possession. Archie Gray's man arriving. Oh, and Archie Gray's the man that can't give us a 1-0 lead. What an effort from the Leeds youngster. From the edge of the box, so very nearly. Now on the counter-attack, we might be in trouble here if they can find that through to Minter. Thankfully they don't. Rodrigo de Paul is still going to try and bring the ball forward though here for the Magpies. Oh mate, what an effort from Archie Gray. It just parted like the Red Sea in front of him, and he had acres of space to pick his spot. He just picked the wrong spot. Saba with a great delivery. Ben White with a header, trying desperately to get rid of this here at the moment, but Newcastle are dangerous. Isak, Barnes, Meslier save. Breathe and concentrate, lads. We need to get rid of this. 28th minute, De Paul with the corner, and Ampadu is up very well indeed. Minto scored a brace in the game in the league. Most recently, though, finds Palacios and Meslier with another save. This time a corner from the opposite side of the box. Deary me. Again, though, against Newcastle, fantastically entertaining end-to-end football, and... not yet any goals, but there were 7 in the first game and 5 in the next. We're averaging 6 goals a game against Newcastle this season. If there are 6 goals to come in this game, then it's going to be a proper FA Cup classic, isn't it? Now, we're potentially the ones on the counter-attack, but again, it's bloody Ferland that we're up against to try and win the foot race. Look for Somerville. Can he get there ahead of Saba? No, I don't know anything about Saba. I don't know whether he's quick, whether he's strong. He's evidently not that dominant physically, or rephrase, that domineering physically. Doesn't look scary. Look for Peru here. How's he touch and turn? The touch is good. The turn's all right. Ampadu's here. Ferland come close. Jack Clark! Yes! Point to the heavens! The Newcastle fans all the way... sorry, the Leeds fans all the way up in that away travelling section finally have a goal to cheer. Newcastle United and Leeds United have unbelievable games of football. Just ridiculous entertainment, end-to-end stuff all the time, and hopefully we'll come out on top. Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de fouled, unfortunately. Advantage played, and well, that one wasn't a foul, but Rodrigo de Paul will have the free kick. They're going to try something training ground. You know, it is going to be Rodrigo de Paul, and it's straight into the wall. It's de Paul again, and Meslier holds on. Poor free kick from the Argentine. Absolutely could have and should have done better with that. Somerville's on the break. Saba's closing me down. Support is arriving. Drill it into the middle. Genie from range then. Dubravka with the save. If it had been Nick Pope, I probably wouldn't have tried it, but Dubravka, I think, might be susceptible to the occasional long-range attempt. Peru underneath this. Bear Jackson does very well. Somerville under control, and back into the middle. De Paul, or off De Paul, out for a throw, but we won't get the chance to take it. We're 1-0 up at half-time, thanks to that goal earlier on, but it's still anyone's game. Get there. Lunge! Jack Clark's in. Jack Clark's really in. Ah! Peru with the effort blocked. Alexander Isak. No! Oh, I thought, bollocks to it, anything will do, but then I thought, no, red card, and I panicked. Gordon with options. Lots of them. Isak. Little back heel is nice. Here's Harvey Barnes. Alexander Isak. He's beaten me. And Bruno Meslier with a save. Dealing with Newcastle offensively is so tough. They've got their 5th corner of the game. Palacios whips it. Isak is there. Archie Gray in the way. Their 6th corner of the game. Newcastle United. DePaul will go short again. It's Harvey Barnes whipped in. Somerville's away. Can I get to that? No. Can we get to this? Kinda. Ben White's up. Ampadu's up. Archie Gray misses it. And Isak thankfully runs into a defender. Is that a foul? The referee says no. And into the back of the net. Harvey Barnes fires it. How come some of the times I've just gently nudged someone out of the way, that's a free kick? My guy gets chopped there, and the referee goes, nah, play on. It's a good finish. Take nothing away from that, but I don't think it should count. VAR, please. A foul in the build-up. Extra time. Extra time on the way. Another 30 minutes is going to be needed to separate ourselves and Newcastle here today to see who gets to go to Wembley for the FA Cup semi-final. Archie Gray, can Adam Project get the better of Bear Jackson? No, he can't. Rodrigo de Paul, again, who's been instrumental in this game so far for Newcastle United. Runs into Chaibi, but spins him somehow. Sasha Bowie, another change that they've made to try and impact the play offensively and defensively. Has not done the offensive bit. Nicola Pepe has 85 penalties. For that reason alone, I'm going to bring Nicola Pepe on for Jack Clark. With 15 minutes to go, we're half prepping for pens. And you never know. The fresh, pacey legs of Nicola Pepe might make a difference in the final 15 minutes of extra time. There's advantage played there. I absolutely flattened someone. And Pepe's fresh legs and pace have immediately won him the ball back. Not strong enough to hold off Ferland Mendy, though, unfortunately. Oh, that could have been the most genius of managerial changes I've ever made in my entire career here in the second half of extra time in an FA Cup quarter-final. Alternatively, I need to make sure we don't make any mistakes of our own in the next 10 in-game minutes. Otherwise, we won't even reach penalties, and it would have been a pointless change in the first place. Harvey Barnes. Back to Bear Jackson. Taking their time here, Newcastle, and building ominously. You're waiting for that one moment. And that one moment might not come now. Big pump clear. Well won by Sven Botman. Jacob Murphy with a very sharp turn. And steps away. And still going. Jacob Murphy in the box here for Newcastle United. Back to Ferland Mendy. Penalties looming. Get up. Well up. Get it down. And go. Pepe on the run. Gellart's there. Here comes Van Ewijk. Ferland Mendy's knackered. Is he going to have the legs to get back? Doesn't appear so. Gellart spins. Gellart. Gray. Challenge from Rodrigo de Paul. Overlapping run from Martson. No, I'm trying to cross it. And he's tried to go for a stand tackle. Bollocks. Penalties were our demise in the Carabao Cup this season against Tottenham. It's penalties again against Newcastle. But look at those stats. Oh my God. Newcastle are turning into Wolves, aren't they? How we've been able to take this to pens will remain a mystery for the rest of time. Evan Nielsen steps up and has his first penalty saved. Nicola Pepe, the man we brought off the bench specifically to take a penalty, buries it right in the very top corner. So far, advantage Newcastle United. No, advantage Leeds United. It was Newcastle United taking their penalty, which they did so very well. Adam Project will take this straight down the middle, and Leeds keep their advantage. Jacob Murphy, another man off the bench in this one's going to go the opposite way to which I dived. And now Joe Gelhardt will have the opportunity. I'm going to go bottom right. Buried. I did think about going down the middle. I'm damned glad I didn't now. Rodrigo de Paul, left. Yep. You don't save it, though. Pascal Strauch, the man that has tried desperately to get a goal today with a header from a corner, sees his penalty saved in the very top corner the same way Newcastle saw theirs. Parkinson, buried. Advantage Newcastle. We need to score. It's Fares Chaibi. Oh my God, that circle was going very quick. Keeper's gone the wrong way. It's 4-4. It's sudden death. Harvey Barnes, the man whose equaliser got us this far in the first place, tucks it in the bottom corner. Newcastle have their advantage once more. Alex Scott now. Going to go bottom right. Oh, God. Dubravka went the right way. Sasha Bowie, the right back. Down the middle, I think. To the left-hand side he went. Archie Gray. Mr. Leeds United right now. Buries it. 6-6 after 7 penalties each. Bear Jackson. Oh, goes down the middle this time. Ian Martson. Bottom right. Jesus Christ. 7-7. Ferland Mendy. Oh, have you not saved that? Milan van Ewijk. Straight down the middle. No! It was penalties against Spurs. It's penalties against Newcastle. There will not be an FA Cup trophy this season either. Ultimately, the team that deserved to win did from the open play. Although, because we managed to keep them out, despite all of their attacking pressure, did we necessarily not deserve to lose? Maybe. Watford are through, City are through, Arsenal are through, and so are Newcastle to the FA Cup semi-finals. No FA Cup trophy for the second season in a row. We've got to the final, we've got to the quarters. I can't remember what happened the first year. However, 10 to go in the Premier League, and still the gap to keep us in the top 4 might be as little as 2 points, depending on what happens over the next few games. We've got a very busy month of April, so that will be split into 2, and hopefully an even busier month of May than currently looks the case, because there'll be more European games in there as well. But oh, man. All right, fine, we'll try and win it next season as well then. Next season we go for a Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup treble. This year just the Europa Conference League. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.